All right. And as we move today, just feel that word with every breath that you take. All right, here we go. Big breath in. And let the breath go. Breath in as you lift high, the arms reaching way up into the sky, crown of the head still lifted. And then exhale as you drape over your body. Or you can just come to that forearm resting on the knees. Whatever feels right today is going to be just the thing to do. Wherever you are, shake your head yes or shake your head no. Remembering to let go of what is not serving you well. If it's an old story that you repeated and told yourself over and over and over, but it's not a healthy story, let it go. Take one hand to the center or one elbow on a knee and reach the other hand up high as you twist the upper body and create space. And then bring the hand that's high low and the hand that's low high to create space in the opposite direction. So squeezing as you twist, and then come on back down again to the fold. Relax the head, yes or no, with the neck and the head. Set the feet, squeeze the muscles to the legs, and then squeeze the muscles in the belly, up and in. The back, the bum muscles are all tight as you breathe in and really support the lift that you create up into the air, and palms together, thumbs to your heart. Breathing in and out right here. Think of that word. Feel it swirl. Feel the joy, the happiness, the hope that it brings you as you celebrate it today. Breath in, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, twist. And exhale, fold. Inhale, twist in the opposite direction. And fold. Shake the head, yeah, shake the head, no. You're not holding on to any tension or tightness that's not necessary for the moment. Push the feet into the floor, squeeze the muscles to the bones of the legs, squeeze the belly muscles, and breathe in as you lift and support the lift. And then exhale, palms together, thumbs to the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. One last go round as we breathe our hands high. And exhale, hands to the lap. Breathe in on the diagonal. And exhale, fold. One hand to the center, reach the other hand high. And the hand that's high comes low, and the hand that's low goes high. And then come on back to center, feel your feet really connect. Squeeze the muscles to the bones of your legs. Squeeze your belly bum and back and breathe in as you reach up. And exhale, palms together, thumbs to your heart. All right, so the purpose of moving like the suns is so that you can start to warm up your body. Now, Sister Noreen, you raced in there to start the Zoom, and so you probably were pretty warm from all your traveling. You can do a walk, you can do a hot bath, you can do other ways to warm your body, but moving like the sunshine is one way. And I don't think I got that second one exactly right. And the good news is it's all good, right? It's all good. We don't have to do perfect. We just got to do the very best that we can each day, and we've warmed up, and that's what the purpose and hope was. So what I thought we would try today is the beginning maintenance series that is in the book that we were working through, some sequences for fibromyalgia. And it doesn't mean that you have to have that condition for it to be a good set of ideas for you to know. But we will do the neck rotation things that we know. So we'll take an ear to the ceiling, and we'll just take care of our necks. We've done some things for the upper body and some things for the lower body, and this sequence was one that the author says is great for maintenance. So as we think about moving forward, this is a good set of ideas to hold on to. Again, look down at the pocket that you probably don't have on your shirt. Let the chin fall heavy to the chest, like an anchor is pulling it down, and just feel the neck lengthen. Again, that spine, that cervical spine gets a little crunchy sometimes. Lift the gaze. And Mary, I just have to tell you this, your shirt and my shoes. I was a zebra today. All right, I love it. Okay, so now we're taking the opposite ear to the ceiling. People tend to have a place that they hold their stress and tension. A lot of folks, it's their neck and their shoulders. I happen to be one of those kind of people. Some people, it's their back and their hips. Some people hold it in their jaw, in their jaw clenchers. Look down at the pocket. So finding, really experimenting with, okay, where do I really feel that stress and that tension, in my body, and then giving yourself the opportunity to stretch and let it go when you have your quiet time and your time to practice the things that work well for your body. And then finally let that anchor pull the chin down to the sternum once more. All right, lift your gaze. And then now look over your shoulder, and it doesn't matter which shoulder that you choose to look over, right? But you're just gonna look over the shoulder, and you'll feel again another way to stretch the neck. Remembering that as you play with your shoulder, you can also do those fun things we tried with our eyes, where you cut all the way up to 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock or 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock. You can play with those things that kind of give a little comfort and a little hug or a little love tap to that big old vagus nerve. And then come back to center, and then just gaze over the opposite shoulder. Continue to breathe, feel the word, be a part of the practice today. And then come back to center. Sister Noreen, when we were thinking about the balls for Deaconess Community, there's also cards called angel cards that you can buy. And they are really neat. They're just like a little tiny card, a small little thing that has different words on them, and those would be neat to have sprinkled around the room too, like as a way we can think about that too. All right, forward and back neck stretch. So you're going to support your neck by taking your hands and make a little cradle for them, so full interlacing fingers. You're going to come just right under. If you've had a massage they always do a great job of lengthening with the skull off of the back of the cervical spine. So you're just making that little, interlaced fingers, and you're just gently lifting the neck. You can let it come forward a smidge as you pull, and maybe you create some length in your neck. Massage therapists also do that neat thing where they take their fingers right under the I think it's the occiput bone right there, occipital bone. And there's a lot of nerves right there, and that can feel really yummy. But you can somewhat create it with your hands. You can also do some great things with bands and tools that you use with doors and things. Straps and such can kind of create that length. And then you just cradle your head as you look up to the ceiling, but don't overdo a good thing. Just let your neck rotate up and continue to breathe. All right, bring your head back to center. And how are your necks feeling now? You doing all right?
Really good. Really good.
Long and space. So yoga is about creating space. So life has crunched you up. Gravity has pulled you, together. Life has smushed you. And so yoga is a chance to, with the breath, you kind of lengthen, and every cell gets a chance to go, woo, yeah, I got space. So the breath is kind of helping you accomplish that, but you're physically doing it as well. All right, so now we move into that series with our namaste hands, our prayer hands, where you breathe in and you lift the hands overhead. And you exhale and you bring the palms together back to the heart. You breathe in and you move one direction with the palms. And you breathe out as you come back to center. Breathe in as you move the other way. Exhale, come back. Breathe in as you dive the fingers down and press the wrists towards one another and relax the shoulders and just feel that work in the inside of the, your wrist. Get a little work there too.
Mhm.
And then come back to center. All right. And breathe in and repeat. So just like shampoo, what does it say on the conditioner? Wash, rinse, and repeat. As many times as you feel like. It is a mindful practice, right? Because you're breathing in and you're making a move. And you're breathing out as you come back to center. Breathing in. And breathing out. Dive down. Elbows down, wrist up if you can. Challenge yourself a little bit more. But never, oh, I love my teacher from Japan. Nothing should be hurt. Nothing should be hurt. I love the way she says those things. She gets the message across. And then if you want to roll your hands around your wrist, if your wrists need a little bit of love, you can also go back to the crossing the fingers over, and it's called the roly-poly, where you just draw the knuckles like in a figure 8. But then, you challenge your brain and try to build the neural pathways and roll it backwards, and you go.
I can't even forwards.
And you remind yourself, neuroscience says you can teach an old dog new trick. It just takes a long time, but you can do it. So your brain is plastic your whole life long. They haven't found that there's like a deadline on learning. And so you just like habits that we've built over time, it's kind of like in yoga, they call it namaskars. You dig little ditches, right? With the way you do something. And if you think about your dog in the backyard, or like that idea of they go this way and then there's just this little path, right, that they've created. Well, it's because that's where they put the consistent effort. Yes. So if we take the positive things we're trying to do, whatever it may be, and we make the consistent effort, it'll be just the same ditch that we can dig. It's just that we can get a ditch that we need to fall into, not one that we've fallen into and we can't help ourselves out. All right. After we work those poses, we want to work our cat and our cow. So when you're seated in a chair, the best way to do it, I'll show you just on the floor because I think you've seen this multiple ways. You can do this any position. If you do it on the floor, you're dropping your belly, lifting chin and tailbone, and then you're arching your back. So it is a movement of the spine, like forward and back. So it's like an arch and a dip. I had a teacher one time that did not like cats or like she didn't like that cow thing. She called it the smiley and the frowny. So when you do it in your chair, right, which is where we find ourselves more times than not, you can grab on the seat of the chair, the back of the chair, and when you work that cat pose where you're cow, where you drop the belly, you can just push the belly forward and you can feel the opening that you create in the chest, right? Fill it with breath, and then you can take your hands forward to your knees and just roll the back, the spine towards the back of your chair, and you just do that curl kind of position. So that is your flexion, and then this is your extension of the spine. So that's what they call back bending in yoga, and then they do the folding in yoga. It's one of the 7 ways we're trying to.
That extension part, you pick your head up. So
Yeah, you can. Yeah. So
okay.
you're making like the smile. Think of the smile, right? You're making the smile. Is that okay for your back? I mean, is that okay in your
It
neck?
feels good.
Yeah. So you're creating that length at the front, and then you're doing the opposite when you do the other way. So your head is hanging low. on the other way. Yeah. You can also do cat and cow in the bed when you're waking up. And I just want to show you this. You can be laying down, and I don't know if you can see through my clothes, but the idea for cow would be you would push the tailbone in and you would find the arch, yeah. And then when you're doing cat, you would roll the tailbone up and create the pelvic tilt. And so you can do it. You don't have to be like just in the chair or just on the, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to do a cat and cow. And the fun thing about it is when you try it in the other ways of being, it kind of makes your brain go, okay, wait a second, smile, frown, smile, frown. How do I, it makes you think and work it. It's, you feel it sometimes. And pelvic tucks and that tilt thing, that's really good stuff for the lower body. All right, then we do a hamstring stretch. So you don't have to have something to help yourself with that, or you can find your bathrobe or your belt or your, this is a yoga strap, but you don't have to have anything because this is the one where you can just put your heel out and just stretch down to it, lengthening the back of the leg. If you do want play with a toy, you can stretch it out, same idea. You can also do it with your chair stand up, and you can, stretch out the length of it, like my back leg, like that. So however you want to get her done today, if you want to dig the heel in and just reach down to that lower leg. A lot of times when we have back issues, it has to do with something going on in our legs, our hips. We're quick to try to work on the back of the body when it's one of those things where it's referring there. It's not actually rooted there. And so because of sitting so very much, hamstrings get really tight. And so that's one place that you can take care of with the hamstring stretch. And then after you've worked on that side of your body, then just take your other leg out, dig that heel in, right? Big breath in, be nice and long with your body, and then fold over and reach down to it and feel the stretch on the other side. So this basic, beginner maintenance sequence is about breathing, warming up the body, practicing that mountain with the neck stretches, the prayer fun, and then the cat and cow, hamstring, a seated twist, which we'll do next, and then relaxation. And that's all there is to it. So that's a pretty cool handful of ideas to hold on to. So your twist. You remember you can stay forward in your chair and twist to the side, or you can turn in your chair and twist to the back of your chair. So however you do it, you grow tall on the inhale, and on the exhale, you get more squeeze. And then you tiptoe around to the other side. And you breathe in. And you breathe out. All right, get yourself nice and comfortable in your chair. Or you're welcome to lay down on the floor and put your feet in the chair if that feels good today. And because Pastor Justin, who is my internship supervisor, Mary, that Sister Noreen has worked with me before, because he always said whatever it was that I was doing in ministry, it was like a unicorn. It was like magic, and it was like something that's not happening, but it should be. It should be real. So we're going to do the magic unicorn relaxation idea today. So your eyes can be closed, or you can have a soft focus and just be very still. And imagine that you are a wizard or a princess riding on a magic unicorn. Now, your unicorn today is silver all over with a huge glittering horn in the center of his forehead. The silver coat feels soft to the touch. And as you stroke the mane, you feel instantly calm and peaceful. Now you get to name your unicorn today because this is your special unicorn that takes you on wonderful adventures over fields and mountains, deserts and rivers. So where would you like to go today? You just have to whisper into the unicorn's ear and then off he goes. Hold on tight. Feel the wind on your face and rushing through your hair. Feel the wind rushing through your hair as your unicorn gallops away. And as you move, take time to look at the landscapes around you. Look up above and see the clouds in the sky and feel the warm sun on your face. You feel so happy as you race through the countryside on your beautiful horse. Whenever you come to some water or a place where you think the unicorn can go, or think that your unicorn can go no further, you just have to whisper into its ear, and he grows the most amazing silver wings, and now your unicorn can fly. So fly over the countryside and enjoy the feeling of being high above the earth. You are flying free. How does it feel to be so free? When you're ready, you can tell your unicorn to bring you back. And as you travel back, you see as you get closer, your word of the day is welcoming you home. You are light and free. You are light and free. You are loved and valued. And you have so much good work you can do, so much love that you can share, and you are light and free to get it done. Take a really big breath in and let the breath go. Consider the quality of your breath compared to the ones when we got started. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Feel the diaphragm, the side ribs, and the collarbones all work as you work your 3 parts to the breath. One more big breath in and one more big breath out. Namaste.